Hey everybody, and welcome back to Bakes by Vasco. I'm Michelle with 1L, and I'm glad you're here. Well, have you ever wanted to make donuts but thought to yourself it's just too daunting of a task to undertake? Well, if you can bake a cake, you can make the donuts that we're going to make today. It requires two really simple ingredients that you probably have on hand already: a box of cake mix and some coffee cream. What you're going to need, like I said, is one box of cake mix, any flavor, and 1 cup of coffee cream, any flavor, except 0 sugar or low fat. Those don't work. You're going to need some eggs, and you're going to need a little bit of melted butter cooled. Now let's get to this. Super simple, easy to donut. So one reason I wanted to make the cake mix coffee cream donut hack for you today is I found a new flavor I have never seen before. It is frosted sugar cookie, and it is for Easter, apparently. It's a special thing, limited edition. So I grabbed some before it was all gone, and we're going to make frosted sugar cookie cream cake mix donuts today. Easy as can be. You take a box of cake mix, you dump it in your bowl. You take 1 cup of coffee cream, you dump it in your bowl. You take 3 large eggs, crack them, dump them in your bowl. And lastly, you take a 1/4 cup of butter that has been melted, but you make sure it's cooled so you don't curdle your eggs. And you dump it in there too. Now we're just going to mix this on medium until it is nice and smooth. All right, we have a nice smooth batter. We have some donut pans. We're going to spray them with a little bit of butter spray, and then we're going to fill them 2/3 of the way full and pop them into a 350-degree preheated oven for 14 minutes. All right, our timer has gone off, and our cake donuts with coffee cream are ready to come out of the oven. You want the edges to be nice and golden. And you're going to let those cool for just a minute before you turn them out onto the cooling rack. While that's happening, don't forget to hit like and subscribe so you don't miss anything coming up in the next few months. Okay, we have a dozen donuts out of the oven, and we're going to let them cool on the cooling rack for a little bit, and then I'll show you how to make a really super simple glaze using powdered sugar and coffee cream. Now you don't have to do this. You can eat them as they are, but if you want to add a little extra, here's what you need: 1.5 cups of powdered sugar, 2 tablespoons of soft butter, and 5 tablespoons of the same coffee cream you made your donuts with. Mine is frosted sugar cookie. We're going to just put that in there, and with your electric mixer, just mix it till it's smooth. This is a little thick at this point, so I'm going to go ahead and sample 2 donuts, and then I'm going to add some more cream, thin it out a little bit, because this is more like frosting. Now add just a little more cream and see if we can get it just a little bit thinner. I'll add another 3 tablespoons. All right, that's to my liking. I could now pour it over, or I can dip, which I'm going to dip. And then we're going to add sprinkles. And I'm going to make a real big mess, but I do like sprinkles, so I'm going to sprinkle half of these with some spring sprinkles, because we're looking forward, looking ahead to spring and Easter and fishing and good weather and all kinds of sweets, treats, and catch and cooks and yummy things. So don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you try these, tell me what you think in the comments. Once again, everybody, I'm Michelle with 1L, and this is Bakes by Vasco, and I'm really glad you hung out with me again today. The best part of anything I bake is the eating. So I'll see you next time. Scrumptious. Try 'em.